away.
Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Javier from Real Rap Entertainment, and also I'm doing my other review segment, Rodriguez Review, so kind of doing 2-in-1 here, kind of killing two birds with one stone, kind of post this review on Real Rap and also on my page, Rodriguez Review. So thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a while since my last review, so let's kind of dive into it. Today we're going to be talking about the latest film, Abigail. Abigail is directed from the guys who did Ready or Not and Scream 6, Matt Olpin and Tyler Gillett, and let's kind of dive into Abigail. So if you think about Abigail, it's a real interesting concept. You got a 12-year-old ballerina, okay, seems simple enough, who is a vampire. Crazy concept, right? But overall, if you think about it, it is a cool concept, and I thought it was an interesting approach to a horror film. So let's dive into it and talk about it. So overall, Abigail is a very enjoyable film and has a really stellar cast. I mean, you have Giancarlo Esposito, Melissa Barrera, Kathryn Newton, in his final role, Angus Cloud from Euphoria. So you have a really pretty stacked cast here, and let's kind of dive into it. A group of robbers kind of come together for one mission. They kind of plan a heist/kidnapping, and it's led by Giancarlo's character. And they kidnap this little girl, the daughter, Abigail, and soon finds out that her father is an important man and they kidnapped her daughter, and they have to spend at least 24 hours in the house, and then when they successfully spend those 24 hours in the house, they get the grand prize of a lot of cash. So overall, like I mentioned before, this is a very interesting, cool concept. You have a 12-year-old ballerina, and I thought the girl who played Abigail, she did a very wonderful job in the film. Very crazy, curious, and played the innocent girl, but also very vicious as a vampire, I have to say. But very well done on her part. I thought Melissa Barrera, she carried the film very well here. Melissa Barrera, as we know, she was in the last two Scream films, Scream 6 and Scream 7. And this is her third time collaborating with Matt Olpin and Tyler Gillett, and I think she had the right material, and she carried the film pretty well here for the most part. She's one of the most stand characters. Her character's name is Joey, I believe. They kind of have secret code names from the Rat Pack. It's kind of like a Reservoir Dogs situation. They can't know each other's names, but I thought she did a really good job, and she carried the film very well. There are a few fun jump scare scenes. There's some jump scare scenes, not too over the top, but out of things kind of popping out of nowhere. Fun time overall. It's a fun horror flick. I mean, I wouldn't say it's an iconic horror flick, but I feel like years later this will kind of have some sort of a cult following. It's definitely a fun horror film for sure. Very entertaining, a cool premise, and it's just drenched with a lot of blood and guts. It's very gory, so you are going to see a lot of blood and gore there. I mean, who doesn't love some blood and gore with their horror films, right? But overall, I mean, I enjoyed the film. I thought it didn't overwhelm its stay. It had some cool scare scenes, some cool sequences, fighting sequences with the blood and guts, and you have a solid cast too. I mean, I had a good time and I enjoyed it for the most part. It sort of reminded me of a haunted house on a hill meets From Dusk Till Dawn. So the haunted house from a hill is a group of people spending one night in a house, and whoever spends the night in the house gets a cash prize. So that's a similar premise in the movie. And then From Dusk Till Dawn, people turning to vampires, a lot of blood, a lot of gore, a lot of guts. So it reminded me of From Dusk Till Dawn and A Haunted House on a Hill. It's like kind of those two films kind of all wrapped in one, but still being its own premise and own theme, focusing on little girl Abigail, who's the villain, the vampire. And this film is opening up to apparently the Universal Monster Universe here. So I'm going to go ahead and recommend Abigail. I'm going to go ahead and give it a B+. Thank you guys for tuning in, and stay tuned for our next review here at the Real Rap Entertainment, collaborating with Rodriguez Reviews. Thank you guys. Take care.